Now, this is a company that us at Silverstream are very familiar with. I'm here at Cobham with Ingo. How are you? Cobham, how are you? Ingo, how are you?
I'm great, and we had a great show so far. Great interest in our new product, and general the market seems to be in a boost mode. Everyone is looking for data transmission and increased bandwidth, and I think we have the right answer for this. What we have launched in this year is a product that is able to digitally transport signals. And we are doing that in the cellular space in some time, but now we have done it for the public safety applications and specialized for that. And because we see two trends. There is one trend to collect capacity in one location and feed it to different other locations using optical transport. That is to reduce system cost of ownership, operation cost, and so on. And the other trend is higher bandwidth. There is strong demand for higher bandwidth, for example, for live video transmission, and we are able to do that in a very good fashion with a system that we show here, for example. So that's a system that collects all the base station capacity, puts it into one system, uses digital transportation, CPRI transportation to the individual buildings, antennas, and devices. And for that reason, it's a very efficient way to do that, because you can reduce number of base stations. They are usually quite expensive, and you can handle this capacity in a very nice way. We have calculated in an event like Olympics in London 2012, with digital technology as we have it today, we could reduce the base stations by about 50% and still achieve the same capacity target.
Fantastic, and that's with this thing here. I'm going to let you have a little look behind us so you can see what we're looking at. That's with this thing here.
Yeah, basically what you look at is the units at the bottom, and you see a high integration. You can really reduce the equipment size a lot, and you can provide new redundancy concept like ring architectures, like star architectures and daisy chain architectures, dual feed from two sides to improve the redundancy. So all this contributes to the requirements of public safety today. And what is important here, we see a growth in public safety when it comes to data. So we expect new bands, we expect new modulations. We see LTE as the prime data medium today. We see discussions about 5G, and Adidas is a system that can be upgraded to future requirements pretty easy. It is wide in bandwidth, and it can carry basically every frequency standard that comes up in the future. So that is a good news, that owners of such a system can look positive into the future, and some systems have to survive until 2030 that are bought today, and it's a long period, and such a platform allows you to have a certain security for the future, to run it for a long time, and I think that's good news for everyone.
Fantastic. And in terms of the show, why is it important for Cobham to be here as a company?
For us as a company, it's important to be part of this moving trend to wider capacity, to innovative solutions, and I believe we are an innovative supplier to this industry. And for us, it's very important to collect information from the regions. That's why we do master classes and collect information from many different areas, and every area has the same problem, but totally different solution to attack it. And that's quite interesting to follow what the trend is, if there is a trend, or if everyone does a separate thing. So that's quite interesting, and every year there is a better definition of this. We are talking since LTE since more than 3 years in this industry, but now it's starting to materialize. We see first deployments, we are involved in it, and that makes us proud.
And therefore, why is a show like this so important for this industry?
I think it's important that information gets collected, that everyone sees what others are doing, because we see so many different trends. We see a UK model that is totally different from the French approach, from the Middle East approach, and here people are able to communicate and find the best synergies, and this will bring down the cost, because if we all agree on a common approach, we can reduce the cost for an individual terminal, for example, for a base station by economy of scale. And I think that's quite helpful for everyone.
Ingo, what's the future like for Cobham then? What can we expect to see over the next 12 months and moving forward to next year's show, perhaps?
Well, in the next 12 months, we will fine-tune the system that we show here, Adidas, with more software. It's a very much software-based platform, so we can introduce a lot of new features, and this will give us enough room for improvement for the next 36 months, I would say, and then we will see what comes next.
Fantastic. Ingo, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of today.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Don't forget, you can keep tweeting us, guys, if you need to. The handle is @CritComs_world. It's on your screen now.